Hi, I'm Cithryth, and you are watching episode 70 of my LOTRO Loremaster Let's Play. As you notice, I am in Elrond's Last Homely House, not the Misty Mountains, because one of my Misty Mountains quests has a turn in here, so I figured I'd just start here. So, I was gonna say lots has happened since I last recorded, but I don't know if I would say lots. Just a couple things, I guess. Biggest news, hold on. Had to go through the door there. But anyways, biggest news is that after I was on the LOTRO Players news podcast as a guest, they liked me so much, I guess, that they invited me to be a permanent co-host on the podcast. So I'll be doing that from now on. Every Saturday at 8:30 Eastern Time. You can watch it live, and then a couple days later, it's, you know, available on the site. And I just hit level 43, woo! And I get to go collect more fragments. Anyways, so, yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm really excited about it. It's really fun. I like all the people on LOTRO Players. And yeah, they're pretty cool. I enjoy hanging out with them in the podcast. So yeah, if you want more, like, I know I always pretty much discuss news that's come up recently in this series, but if you want like more involved news coverage and more discussion about the news, go watch that. And what else? We got some new update 14 information, which predictably we discussed in the last LOTRO Players news that happened this past weekend. But basically, in the latest, I don't know if it's the latest, maybe there's been some other streams since then, but in the Morthon server, Take the Hobbits to Isengard stream, Rowan Campbell, Aaron, quote-unquote, Rowan Campbell, the executive producer, came into the stream and gave us some hints about some of the new areas we'll be getting with Update 14. So, Belfalas and Dol Amroth and Paths of the Dead. So that's pretty cool. I'll link to the... I'll just link to LOTRO Players News because we go over it a whole lot and it's pretty cool. It could be interesting. There's also mention of he said something about being able to customize items, which kind of everybody is having a collective groan about because I don't know why I'm walking when I could be running. Because customizable items is basically legendary items. Now I'm not at that level yet, and I've been putting off complaining about it till I get the legendary items so I can complain about it while I explain it, so I can explain why it is so terrible. But the short of it is, basically, legendary weapons and legendary items were introduced with Moria expansion. And the goal was that these would be weapons that leveled with you, and so, like, you could customize them to be just how you wanted them, and the system has fallen flat of that expectation. It does not meet that expectation, and in fact, legendary weapons are incredibly not legendary, and in the higher level zones, like, once you get to the legendary weapons point where you don't have, like, static weapons like I have right now, like, oh my gosh, your inventory just gets so full of stupid legendary weapons. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say about legendary weapons right now. But so that's why everybody's kind of like about like them saying customizable weapons, because they haven't fixed like the legendary weapon system, and it's just words. There's not very many things that I get like really grumpy about in this game. I mean, I'm getting increasingly grumpy about epic battles, but it's just kind of grumpy. But, like, oh, legendary weapons. So right now I've got to be killing snow lurkers again, and bears again. And I also have to find some dwarf named Laris Sharpshard. I'm gonna make that my quest guide focus. He is somewhere away from here. Okay, so he's all the way over that way. So let's go in that direction, I suppose, so that we can kill while we go in that direction. Anyways, so some other things that happened. I released 2 LOTRO video guides, which you may have noticed, maybe not, I don't know. But one of them is an outfits guide, how to outfit new characters that you might roll on a different server, like away from your main characters, and so away from your like wardrobe chock full of goodness. So that's pretty good, and I think it'll help because Weatherstock is coming up soon on June 14th. If you don't know what that is, Weatherstock is this big music festival on Landreville server. This year it's on June 14th, and it sounds kind of like what it is. It's like Woodstock, the music concert, but it's at Weathertop. And so there's like a battle of the bands, there's like food and drink and lots of role playing, and it's a really cool event. I have not actually been to it, but I have watched streams of it in past years, and I definitely recommend doing that. So if you're heading over to Landreville, like if you don't have a character there, I keep doing things because I think I'm on my captain, but I guess that's okay. Anyway, so yeah, head over to Landreville server. You can make a new character, and my guide gives you tips on how to outfit yourself so you look nice and snazzy for the event, without, you know, wasting turbine points or mithril coins if you don't feel like it. If you do feel like using mithril coins and turbine points on your low-level character for Landreville, go for it. And the other guide I did is a beginner's guide on terms and acronyms. Now, I feel like I try pretty hard to explain terms that I use, but I may not. So, if I ever say something that confuses you, like an acronym or like a MMO jargon kind of word, look at the terms and acronyms guide. Because basically, like, my dad plays LOTRO, and he's a really casual player. He plays, I don't know, maybe like once a month or so when he can. Sometimes he goes a couple months without playing. So he doesn't really, he's not like up and up on the MMO jargon and terms and stuff. So I was working on making a trait tree guide for him so he could understand trait trees better. And I realized I was looking, like, here, I will show you once this link stops attacking me. Or I stop attacking my links and stuff. Hold on. Almost there. It's almost dead. Promise. Promise, promise. There we go. Okay, so, right, like I was saying. If you look at the Lore Master trait tree, I'm not actually respeccing, don't worry. But, like, okay, so look at this yellow line for the Lore Master. A CC build with a wide range of debuffs and power restoring abilities for the Fellowship. And then somewhere else it says, yeah, a DPS build. And I think somewhere it says, like, AoE or something. I don't know. But, yeah, like, if you don't know what those acronyms mean, then that trait tree description is totally useless. like, that doesn't really help explain what that trait tree does if you don't already know those kind of terms. So, instead of making a trait tree guide, I ended up making this terms and acronyms guide. To help, like, my dad and other people who are newer to MMOs and maybe just play more casually and so they don't really know the MMO jargon or whatever. So hopefully, you know, that should help. I also learned some new things while making that guide, because if you look here, what is this? What is this? Oh, right, I should probably go back to my old thing. Yeah, that would be good. There we go. Okay, right. Anyways, so if you look at Lightning Storm and Lightning Strike, it says in blue text, this skill can cash out Burning Embers for bonus damage. I think I said when I got one of those skills, like, what the heck does cash out mean? And basically, I had to ask some other people, but cash out is basically if you have like Burning Embers, specifically for this skill because it says Burning Embers. Burning Embers puts a damage over time on the mob, and if you use Lightning Storm or Lightning Strike, it takes off that damage over time and just it cashes out all the damage that Burning Embers would have done over time, but all at once. Hopefully that makes sense. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I learned something while making that guide. So, you know, you should read it. Maybe you'll learn something as well. Or not read it, listen to it. It's a video. Duh. So I just reread the quest text for this snow lurker thing. Basically it says like, oh yeah, sometimes you can find them on snow lurkers, but mostly they're in drifts in the snow. So, but to be fair, the first line is snow lurkers can be found, so I kind of, yeah. Reading is good, kids. You should read. And where are all my bears? I don't know, but I'm just gonna go find this Laurus Sharp Shard first before I nub anything else up. Here we go. Nice little camp with a stable route and everything. Brilliant. Alright, so turn in to him.
Well met, friend. Welcome.
Alright, so now we have to collect some dwarf gold ingots that goblins have stolen. Sneaky goblins is. And we have to post some signs warning that there are evil men about. So, that's a thing to do. And, how much? Oh, I should probably sell some stuff from my bags. My bags are quite full. Much better. Alright. I mean, I still have a lot of junk, but I should probably put all my ingots in my vault at some point, but not today. I'm too far out in the wilderness. But, also, I just wanted to take a moment to point out this horse. So, this horse, I came to the Misty Mountains the other day on another character to do some deeds, and this horse kind of piqued my interest, because this is the Forakel rep horse. Obviously, we haven't been to Forakel yet, but the Forakel rep horse, the hide where it's dark brown on this horse is usually like a light reddish brown, and here it's dark brown. And I think it's interesting that they took the time to just darken the hide of this rep horse just to have a fake horse standing for the stable master. I don't know, it seemed like, I don't know, it just seems like a strange thing to do. I don't really get it. And I thought I'd point it out because it seemed kind of weird. Anyway, so where do we go for these ingots? Every last ingot is just north. So, oh, I know where that area is. I can do that. Let's do that because I know where that is. It's the area where I usually go if I have to deed goblins in Misty Mountains, which I have on some characters, but not this one. Another thing that's happening right now is the Spring Festival launched this past week. I normally go over the festivals, but I feel like the Spring Festival has a lot of various bits to it. Like, it's pretty spread out. There's a maze to do in the Breeland Festival area near Hangstacer Farm. There is... what else is there? There's a Shrew Stomp arena in Dwiland in Arid Lewin. There's a flower picking quest out of Bree, and I don't know if there's anything at Thorin's Hall. And then there's stuff at the Party Tree in Hobbiton as well. And then, of course, In-League and Ale Association stuff. So there's a whole lot of stuff going on. The flower picking quest out of Bree I definitely recommend, because the end of the quest chain you get a daily repeatable flower picking quest where you go around Breeland, Hobbiton, or Mickle Delving, and Kellendim to pick flowers, and that doesn't sound too exciting, but I don't have any potions. I should probably get out a pet to help me with this, because I am squishy. Anyways, so the flower picking quest doesn't sound too exciting, but with the new cosmetic pet system, there are tomes of shrews that drop from the patches of flowers that you pick through to get flowers. So if you're lucky, you get you can get a shrew pet. I haven't gotten any on this server, but I've been playing a whole lot on Landrival lately, and I've gotten like, how many shrew pets have I picked up at this point? I picked up 5 spotted shrew tomes at this point on my one character. I've been giving them all away because I'm not really interested in a shrew, which, another plug, if you are looking for a tome of the spotted shrew, I have 2 for free available on Landrival. Just contact me, Cithryth, on Landrival, or like my Twitter, or comment here and tell me your character name on Landrival. Landrival. It's not available on other servers, so there's only 2 for right now, but I'm sure I'm gonna find more based on my current luck. Speaking of Landrival, a crazy thing happened. I've been leveling a new character on Landrival because I'm kind of slowly maybe moving to Landrival, or maybe I'm just going to be splitting my time between Windfall and Landrival now. And so I've been leveling this new Cithryth captain on Landrival. I started her exactly a week ago from today, when I'm recording. She was level 1, and now she is level 30 already, which is crazy. It's a she's leveled up so fast from a combination of things. I guess I've just had more. I've been managing my time more efficiently, I guess, lately. So I was able to. Oh, Bear, what are you doing? What? Oh, God, Bear, no. Anyways, so I've been managing my time more efficiently, so I was kind of able to, I guess, spend more time or get more focused time in game. The North Downs revamp is really pretty great also. And, of course, I'll be honest, I used an XP buff yesterday while leveling, and I did go from level 21 to 30 yesterday, so that's a big part of it. But another part is... what was the other part? So yeah, I had more time to quest and stuff. Revamps helped. And XP boosts. So that's all pretty good. So I have... it took me a week to get from level 1 to level 30, which is crazy and awesome. And I was looking at this series, I was looking back at my previous episodes, and it took me 4 months to level Cithryth from level 1 to level 30. So I think another reason it took me so little time was because it's pretty easy to level a character when you're not wasting time talking and explaining everything you're doing. I mean, I say wasting time, but you know what I mean. I think I'm going to pause for now because I've been doing a lot of talking. So this episode's going to be kind of, very talky and not a whole lot of doey. So, next episode I will work on focusing and getting more done. Although I did level 43, so whatever. Yeah, so next episode, more Misty Mountains quests. Oh yeah! See you then! Thanks for watching.